Every year, thousands of Brits head to Europe for a dream new life.
I feel relaxed already.
And breathe.
But sunshine and scenery and a great lifestyle need to be paid for.
We have to get going, because that's what we're here for, to run a B&B.
So to fund their fairy tale,
Champagne tastes and lemonade money.
brave Brits are taking the plunge and going into business.
What could go wrong?
On this series, we follow those expats, setting up anything from bars and boat charters in Spain
Suddenly, all hell breaks loose.
to vineyards and B&Bs in France.
We're in trouble.
But will they flourish? Or will they fail?
We'd have no money.
Oh, la la.
And can they really make a life in the sun pay?
If we don't give it a go now, there's always going to be that what if.
No pain, no gain.
On today's show, this British-run holiday centre in Spain welcomes its first clients.
How you doing? Very well.
But will their waterworks let them down?
I'm worried it's got a leak. I'm just going to monitor that it's evaporation or a very expensive leak.
All right.
Family settle into their new dream French life.
Day is 37. You can't work at pace in that kind of heat.
But face an uphill struggle to open their new business.
Here's to a good day, right?
Two best friends plan to cash in on the start of the tourist season.
380 in 20s, 120 in 10s.
But will a blackout cost them dearly?
Obviously, it's affected business this evening because we've got to turn people away. Panic sets in a little bit because you don't know how long it's going to be off.
Almeria, southern Spain. This is the driest region in Europe, with sweltering hot temperatures all year round. 3 million tonnes of fruit and veg are sent from this region to Northern Europe every year.
Tiene menu or see?
18 months ago, caterer Lee Bradford and his partner, marketing executive Peter Thompson, gave up their jobs in Watford to come and live in the tiny desert village of El Puertecico.
The other side of the mountains over there, you've then got the sea.
Got the sea.
So we're sort of 35 minutes from the beach.
It's a big contrast to what we're used to in the UK.
Living in Watford.
Yeah.
Peter and Lee bought 4 traditional country houses for just £175,000. They spent another £40,000 and 18 months renovating them, and now they're about to start renting them out.
We've been keeping a list of things that they've not thought of because they're men.
2 weeks ago, Peter and Lee had a dry run in preparation for their first commercial booking, courtesy of Peter's Aunt Sharon.
Melamine crockery for children. Coasters, because I don't want your furniture marked. Ironing board, the foot's missing off the ironing board, Lee.
It's been a learning curve.
You've upgraded it.
It's now time to work through the snag list left over by Peter's aunt.
The thing about the plastic crockery for children, I can fully understand that. But then again, I've never been to a rental that's had plastic crockery. But things like the kettle where one of the stoppers had come out of the foot so it wasn't flat. But the bit out of all of them I don't understand is toast rack.
Despite the 2-page list, Peter thinks they didn't do too badly for first-timers.
I think we were quite pleased because if that's all you could find, then great. I think that's good.
It's 9 a.m. With the imminent arrival of their first guests, there are some big jobs still to do for Peter and Lee.
We made a bit of a mistake when we had the swimming pool. Painted the pool, didn't read the instructions properly by saying it needs to be left for 2 weeks to set and to cure. And because we'd never had a swimming pool before, we left it 2 days, but unfortunately then started peeling. So we transferred all the water over and then got someone in to paint it professionally. So now we've got the water delivery coming.
Right, I think I know how to do it, I think.
Among the guests coming to stay at Peter and Lee's next week will be an 18-month-old baby.
Push that down, and it goes down. Then you go up.
Time to build a cot bed for Peter and Lee's youngest guest.
Bother. I I'm an instructions man. I will open the instructions, I will take out all the pieces and then follow the instructions. Give me that bottom bit.
Please, thank you. Every time he doesn't say please, thank you, I say it. And I say, right, you wait till your mother comes, I'll have words. Your son wasn't brought up properly.
After half an hour of work in the sweltering Spanish heat,
Please, thank you.
Peter and Lee can now cater for the baby guest too.
That's it.
Go and have a cup of tea. Get any lip and you're spending the night in there.
That's one job ticked off the list. Finally, Peter and Lee's pool is filled with water, and it seems like they may be ready to welcome their guests. Or maybe not.
The pool normally loses, what, 5 centimetres a day in just evaporation, but this one seems to have been losing quite a lot. And I'm worried that it's got a leak. I would imagine if there's a leak, we're going to have to drain the water. And then they'll reconcrete the bottom.
Water is expensive in the Spanish desert. To fill the pool, which contains 44,000 litres, they need 4 lorry loads costing €60 each.
It'd be like a sinkhole here somewhere. Be walking along, all of a sudden it just collapsed into a sinkhole.
That's not funny. That's not funny.
With a possible major leak just days before the arrival of their first guests, Peter and Lee have their work cut out. The Costa del Sol in Andalusia, southern Spain. An area where sunshine is guaranteed 300 days of the year, and the cost of living is 30% lower than the UK. The town of Fuengirola was a traditional fishing port, which has now become one of southern Spain's main tourist destinations, thanks to its many attractions, including parasailing and a marine park. It's also now home to best friends Gary Adamson and Karen Hiles, owners of recently opened Sam's Bar.
We've got sunshine,
Sea
sand.
and sangria. Life is good.
Gary and Karen have put all their money into the bar, situated on the Los Boliches seafront.
This for us, it has to work.
I think it's a risk, but it's a risk that I think we can pull off.
Well, you know, we're going to give it a right good go, aren't we? You know, we're going to give it everything. We'll have a laugh along the way, won't we? You know, won't we? Well, I laugh at you anyway.
I'll be crying on the way. I don't know about laughing.
You will be. No, you will be, to be honest.
After a successful opening night 6 weeks ago,
And now the bar is open. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
they've been hit by a costly setback.
Okay, it's just ridiculous, isn't it?
The council objected to the bar's colour scheme.
And down.
A replacement awning would cost €3,500.
No, it's not that bad.
So Gary and Karen have decided to appeal against the council's decision.
We spent a lot of money out on our terrace, didn't we? Because it's our shop window, so we knew we had to spend money on it. Money that you haven't really got. What reserve you have for your first couple of months can easily get eaten up.
But after an anxious wait, there's good news. They've now discovered they've won their appeal.
We had this beige issue going on, but now they've had their meeting and they told us that we can actually keep our total, keep our colour. So, because it's not a million miles away from their beige colour, so our beige now is kind of like their beige, which is an accepted beige.
But just when they thought their problems were over, the building behind has embarked on some major work on its facade.
For us here, it's probably going to be about 3 to 4 weeks before they're all finished. And where they're working up above me, here, all the dust and everything is just coming right into the sides here.
But Gary and Karen need to keep the cash coming in. A big credit card bill is due at the end of the week. It's 8 a.m. on Easter Sunday, and the seafront is already filling up. It's the unofficial start to the tourist season. It's just a short walk to work for Gary and Karen, who are hoping today will help turn their fortunes around.
It's now time for Gary to do his normal little ritual every morning.
I'll always go through the kitchen and then out through the front door. I think it's bad luck to go out of the different door that you came into previously.
I'm superstitious, but not that superstitious.
Thankfully, it's not just superstition Gary's relying on to succeed.
You always take my back. We've spent a lot of money so far, and with one thing or another, with the Toldo issues and everything else that's gone on, today, this is where we start reaping a bit of the money in. We're expecting our best day so far today, but today we're hoping, fingers crossed, that this is going to be the first day that we actually break the €1,000 barrier as well. Well, personally, I like to make 1,200, but if we can beat the 1,000, then I'll be more than happy with that.
With those credit card bills to pay, Gary and Karen are hoping a fresh food menu will give Sam's Bar the edge on what's promising to be a busy day in Fuengirola.
It's all home-cooked food. It's not frozen vegetables, it's proper vegetables. And well, what I would call, coming from Somerset, proper food. It's proper food. One small, one large. I'm never going to assume, so is that what?
It's just a worry because obviously we haven't got our regular chef in because of illness this week, so we've got some people helping us, we're absolutely fantastic and really, really professional, but it's obviously that worry. We always have a routine on a Sunday where you know things are done, things are done at certain times, and you don't have to worry, but there's that little extra worry today, and it's a really busy day today. We've got the most pre-books that we've ever had.
Cheese and bacon quarter pounder. Okay, it comes with fries and everything, okay. We've got our table plan in place, we know when everyone's coming. Karen stresses, and you can't do anything about that.
As they brace themselves for the Easter Sunday service, will they hit Gary's ambitious €1,000 target?
Right, now get out there and start clearing some tables up, Karen. Don't forget you're the boss, off you go. Lead by example.
The Dordogne. This is one of the prettiest areas in France, surrounded by many medieval chateaux. The region also produces more truffles than anywhere else in Europe.
Cow cheese.
It's 7 months since Mark Young and his French wife Sylvie left Kent to settle in the town of Rouffignac, where they are renovating these holiday cottages.
C'est bon, hein? Work, money, wasn't it? But we've come here. We watch much less TV, don't we? We spend a lot of time talking and being a family unit.
Work has just restarted after Mark's recovery from a painful hernia operation 4 weeks ago. To ease the pain, apprentice builder Sylvie is working hard to meet experienced builder Mark's high expectations.
Come on.
The pair met online whilst living in the UK, and ex-builder Mark was clear from the start.
Okay.
Your profile was like, if you like DIY, if you know about painting.
I always remember I put, if you're any good at designing kitchens, please get in contact.
Yes. And I was doing up my flat in Stratford at that moment, and and I liked your face.
Allez, hop up.
It's now the beginning of June. To balance the books, Mark and Sylvie need to start renting out the house by next spring.
Starting to get hot up here.
So Mark is trying to make up for the 4 weeks he lost because of his hernia.
As you can see, the confidence in my right leg now is much, much better. I can walk around with loads of confidence, which just a couple of weeks ago I couldn't do that. I was too nervous, but it's great.
Floorboards shifted. It's time to screw them to the beams. So Sylvie's been summoned upstairs to help. But there's just one small hitch.
Oh, la, 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 la.
Oh, Sylvie can't stand up.
She's afraid of heights.
Come on, honey, up you come. Come on. Right, I'll just run 3 boards along here because this is quite a straightforward run.
I'm all right now. I'm holding on.
It's a floor. You can't fall off the floor. Do you know?
There's a gap in your floor.
This is the beam we're screwing on, OK? Not this one. This beam stops about here.
No.
Try and make it perfectly level with the surface, yeah?
Yeah, it's level, isn't it?
It's about 0.5 millimetre too far down.
I did think way back in England, like, ooh, can we work together? Because he's I was going to say a control freak, but it's not really a control. Yeah, perfectionist.
A more polite word.
Going the right way.
It's not long before ex-coffee shop manager Sylvie gets to grips with the power drill.
Hey, there we go. Now we're moving.
If they're to catch up with their 4-week delay, Sylvie has to learn how to cope with the more difficult tasks on her own.
I'm not peeping on her, honestly. I'm trying to concentrate on my own work.
It's a bit too much.
We can't have a gap like that.
No.
Sylvie's wonky floorboard means that Mark will now have to do the job himself.
Oh, it's terrible, isn't it?
It's another setback that prevents Mark from catching up with the schedule, and more hard work for this expat family. Almeria, southern Spain. One of the regions with the highest number of expats in Europe, and a market that rookie hoteliers Peter Thompson and Lee Bradford are keen to exploit.
Neighbours the other side of the hill to us, their daughter got married probably a couple of weeks ago in the UK. They're having a blessing at the house next Wednesday. So the groom, all his family is staying here. This is the full, proper, very first paying guest, so yeah, it'd be interesting.
The arrival of Peter and Lee's first guests is in just 24 hours. So they need to sort the pool.
Let's do a trial run here to see if it is still leaking.
Last week it seemed to be leaking. But there's good news. The leak seems to have stopped.
We're still monitoring it, so we're watching it very closely every day.
It's marked with a pencil.
With a pencil now. It's there.
This means a costly repair has been avoided and the pool is ready to be used once it's been cleaned.
Like sort of 38 degrees, nearly 90% humidity, and you're thinking, oh, this stuff we've got to do, we've got to clean the pool, we've got to do this. And at that point you think, oh, I've cleaned the pool. You just take your top off and your shorts off and just jump in. You think, now I know why we've got the pool.
With their guests' arrival imminent, all that's left for Peter and Lee to do is to stock up every self-catering unit with the essential items, which means a 40-mile round trip to the nearest supermarket. For one of them.
You haven't done shopping for ages.
Oh, no, it's good, isn't it? Well, no, normally you're the one doing the cooking. If you've got people coming over for dinner or anything, then you know what you want. You do it so well.
It'll be me, on my little own, trying to walk around the supermarket with a huge trolley.
Well, you're younger than I am, so there you go. Next.
So today, it's Lee's turn to leave the house and do the shopping. Over to you, Peter.
We need to get some light bulbs, because when we had our guests in last week, we realised we hadn't got enough light bulbs, so we nicked them out of other houses. So as other people were staying in those houses, I think they may appreciate a light bulb now in the odd room now and again.
Just 3 hours later, Lee's back.
Hugely exciting things. Brushes, buckets,
light bulbs.
Now Peter and Lee have to get all the bedrooms ready.
Right, OK, fun begins.
As well as stock up the fridges in the 4 kitchens with breakfast items.
What's missing?
Marmalade.
I bought jam.
Where is it then?
Huh? There's jam. Have you looked in all the bags?
I'll go and have another look. That's empty, that's empty. Now, unless I'm going blind...
I bought jam. I know I bought jam.
Yes, but you didn't buy marmalade?
No, I bought jam.
When I came to you and said, we have no marmalade, which bit did you not understand?
I said I bought jam. And you said I can't find the jam.
No, I said I can't find the marmalade. We don't have marmalade.
There you go.
There you go. Well, why didn't you say that? We wouldn't have wasted all this time as usual. It's not my fault you don't follow the list.
Oops. So jam it is then.
Oh, I can't get staff. Sorry? I heard the word off. I didn't quite catch the first bit.
Who eats marmalade? No one eats marmalade.
Who eats marmalade? Obviously, I'll cross marmalade off now because I don't have any.
The simple answer to the shopping issue is that if someone doesn't like it, someone can go and do the shopping themselves, can't they? Can't they, dearest?
Yes, beloved. Careful you don't fall down those stairs. I'd hate to injure yourself. It's going to be strange having other people here because we're so used to just two. And then when people do come, they normally stay in with us. So having someone... I can hear movement over there. Who's over there? Oh, yeah, we've got people staying. That's going to be the bit to get used to, I think.
Weeks of preparations and meticulous planning to match all the guests to each of their 12 bedrooms.
Sorry, Ruth, you'll have to wait. Hi, Peter.
Jill, hello.
As Peter and Lee's first guests finally approach, what can possibly go wrong?
Who's in the one? You're in the one. OK, well, we need to move the cot for you, but that's all right.
Oops. It seems like the baby's mother has chosen a different room.
Let's find out where this cot's got to go. Because if it's got to go upstairs, it'll have to go in another way and out. It won't go up the staircase. Upstairs or downstairs?
I'll stick it downstairs.
You sure?
Yeah.
You sure?
Have a think about it.
OK. Everyone's got what they need.
I think they've all decided where they're staying.
For the next 7 days, Peter and Lee will be put to the test.
Even though people tell you it's nice and it's lovely, there's still that bit of doubt that you think, oh, maybe it's not, maybe people won't like it.
Will the newest hoteliers in town make a success of their business? Rouffignac in the French Dordogne, and after 3 months of grafting through the pain barrier to kickstart the family's holiday let business, work has hit a speed bump, and Mark Young has a confession.
I very easily settled into the French way of life, where I'd sort of start work at 9, have a break at 10:30, 2-hour lunch break, and goûter 4 o'clock, call it a day.
There's a good reason for the slump in pace, a heat wave.
Beautiful holiday weather, but to work in, no. Quite a lot of the French people start really early and just call it a day at lunchtime, and I can see why.
It's just so hot.
Today is 37. You can't work at pace in that kind of heat.
The kids can't sleep upstairs, so one sleep with me, the other one sleep in the spare bedroom, and Mark sleep on the sofa.
But they have to battle through the heat as they need to finish the outside for publicity pictures so they can market the villa and get badly needed bookings. And today they have stumbled on a little bonus.
We got friendly with the neighbours, and he said he had all this stone in his barn, which is worth about €150. And he said, would I like it? Well, of course, I said yes.
The freestone has delivered a much-needed saving of €150.
Be careful.
Be careful.
How are you going to carry all this?
My hernia's repaired.
You're so stubborn. Huh? He did more and more and more, and bang, you know. He said to me, I will never go again through this hernia operation and stuff. So I know he won't push himself to the point where he did before. But things needs to be done, so we still have to carry on.
Time for Sylvie to have a go. But it only takes a 3-metre journey to work out this job is not for her. So it's back to normal operations.
I still not miss his muscle.
1.5 hours and 25 wheelbarrow journeys later, the stones are finally shifted, so Mark and Sylvie can concentrate on fixing the stonework on the upstairs bedroom.
Sylvie, we're mixing cement. I'll mix the first batch.
Okay.
I'm just going to build up along here.
He makes the first batch. so I can see how it's done.
Doing heavy building work has been a steep learning curve for Sylvie.
I do use Sylvie as quite a lot of manual labouring. I use her as a labourer. But you have to start somewhere. Right. I would like a 4-to-1 mix, OK?
So quoi? 4 cement, 1 sand?
No, 4 sand, 1 cement. Well, it would be very strong.
Ouais.
So I'm after quite a stiff mix, OK?
I'm getting it all in.
OK, so that's the kind of texture I'm looking for, yeah?
Okay.
It's just knowing why you're making the mix in a particular way for a particular job.
Okay.
Then you understand it.
Yes. You took the mixing trout.
Catch.
Trout, not a trout.
Trout? Trowel? No big difference.
Put some more water in it.
All right.
Just need a touch.
So has the apprentice made the grade?
Lovely. Smooth, perfect consistency. I'm impressed.
Probably a good job that Mark's happy, as he is facing the threat of mutiny.
You know, I'm French. Obviously, I want to go on strike.
There's lots of work still to do.
I'm shattered. I'm sweating. I need some fluids.
Will this Anglo-French partnership overcome their inexperience and the searing heat to catch up with their building schedule?
Sylvie's in the pool. I don't believe it.
Back in Fuengirola at Sam's Bar, where best friends Gary and Karen have invested €40,000 to build their new life in the sun.
You have, I don't know, a dream, a goal of what you want to do in life, and I know about living the dream where this is pretty damn close to it, like, you know?
It's Easter time, when spectacular processions take place all over this part of Spain. Faithfuls reenact the ancient Catholic tradition of wearing a mask around town in sign of repentance. These processions attract tourists who flock to this region for the unofficial start of the summer season. And Gary and Karen are hoping that their Easter Sunday service will not only break records,
€6, thank you. Thank you.
but also their run of bad luck.
Well, we're hoping to resurrect our fortunes, we most definitely are, you know. We spent a lot of money so far, so yeah, we're all geared up for a long, busy day. So this is going to be Sam's Bar's resurrection, basically.
In spite of the unsightly scaffolding, the lure of the home-cooked food is pulling in the punters.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in now.
And despite being run by a substitute chef, the bar's kitchen is working at full speed.
It's doing great, absolutely great. It's like clockwork in here today.
But Gary needs to pull in more business if he wants to reach his target.
Small beer? Yeah, absolutely.
And the ex-Pontins blue coat knows a trick or two.
An ordinary small one, Mary.
Oh, look at you trying to be good. Don't believe
The usual there, Mary, yeah? Just the usual for you.
the usual small one.
We've got a small beer, and we've got a small white, and we've got a jug, a white, a large white. It's just a bit of fun. It's what it's all about, isn't it? You know, have a good banter with the customers, and they come back, hopefully, like, you know. As long as you don't upset them too much. We try our best not to. 50 pre-orders, and they're all coming in, plus walk-ins off the street, and it's coming out lovely. Absolutely fantastic. Mary, did you want a dessert at all? No. You might do in a bit, no problem. I'll get you drinks for now, then, all right?
As the last of the meals go out...
That's it, finished it. Lovely, thank you.
It's been their busiest day to date.
This is absolutely fantastic for us. Like, yeah, they're coming in from all angles at the moment. We can't put them on tables at the moment. We're asking them to come back. It's exactly what we wanted. Couldn't ask for no more. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
So have they managed to reach their €1,000 target?
Put a lot of money into the business. It's time to try and get some back now as well. So obviously it's really, really important that we reach our figures.
Okay. 400, 380 in 20s, 120 in 10s, 30 in 5s, 60 in 2s, 54 in 1s, and 12 in 50 cents. Give it to us, Gar.
you think? What's your estimate?
I think it's touch and go. Go on. Come on!
You've done it!
Get it! 1056.
Amazing.
This is great news for Gary and Karen, who can now pay their credit card bill.
Game on, girlfriend.
The Spanish region of Almeria, home to Peter Thompson and his partner Lee Bradford, who 4 days ago welcomed their first paying guests to their newly renovated holiday let.
It's an old scenario, isn't it? So do you spend all of your life wishing, oh, I wish we'd done that, I wish we'd done that, or do you just go ahead and do it? And what's the worst thing that happens is you have to go back to the cold, wet, expensive UK.
Their first guests, a party of 12, have come from the UK to celebrate a wedding.
Jill, hello.
Hi.
Baby's in the car.
How you doing?
They decided to book all of Peter and Lee's rooms after driving past the house during the renovations.
Newlywed, yeah. I used to live out here for about 2 years, so we wanted my Spanish friends out here to come and enjoy the wedding as well, so we thought, why not have two? We had a look round, and they hadn't done everything, but they were in the middle of it, really, and covered in paint and stuff like that, literally at that time.
After 18 months living alone during the renovation,
Shouldn't you be doing something as well? We should give new jobs, shouldn't we?
they're now adapting to looking after the guests on the complex.
But it was good when you see people walking around with a beer, you just think, you obviously feel at home. Or have we not bought enough alcohol?
It's crucial for Peter and Lee that their guests enjoy their stay.
I see it as a good opportunity, because if they like it, they'll go and talk to other people about it. Well, they'll either like it because it's nice and peaceful and tranquil, or they'll go, ooh, it's very quiet here, isn't it? Toilet flushed, we have toilet paper, hot water, lights, hand wash. Right.
Even though their accommodation is self-catering, Peter and Lee have planned a surprise meal to impress their first guests tonight.
See, Lee's trained as a chef, so he's one of these people who opens cupboard doors and does this and puts together a fantastic meal. And I just can't, I'm not at that stage.
The perfect place for food shopping is the town of Huercarovera, 20 miles down the road, where there is a local weekly market.
I want some pimenton.
It's very relaxed and very sort of informal, like, you know, if you want to stop and have a coffee, and there's no urgency, there's no rush. It's a bit like Spain altogether, really. It's all a bit mañana and...
A big draw for Chef Lee is the array of fresh fruit and veg on offer.
In the UK, you'll get produce picked unripe and then shipped in refrigerated lorries to the UK. Here you buy everything and it's ripe. There's a lot more flavour in because it's allowed to ripen on the plant. The only downside is it doesn't last, you have to use it straight away.
Back home, it's 4 hours to go until the big meal.
They're going to let us know what time they want to do.
Oh, I've told the ones in the one bed 7:30.
OK.
But ex-chef Lee is unflappable.
So I've got things like fresh anchovy, some prawns, some squid, meatballs and some fried chicken, tortilla. So I hope they eat all those sort of things.
Lee used to feed 13,000 students a day as a university caterer in England, but he knows the success of this meal might help to bring in more customers, so satisfying tonight's guests is a must.
Well, we need to make enough to live on, so it is quite important. We need to make enough money to keep us here without one of us having to go back and work in the UK. Which a lot of people do. There's a lot of people that have to go back and work in the UK. Because unless you work for yourself, there's very little work over here.
With 12 guests about to sit down for dinner, will the meal be a hit and generate the good reviews Peter and Lee's business desperately need? It's summer in the French town of Rouffignac in the central Dordogne. Hundreds of thousands of tourists have arrived in the area to enjoy its traditional markets and the many local attractions. But there's no rest for husband and wife Mark and Sylvie Young.
Today is just like so hot, close to the 40s.
It's now August, and after completing the floor in the loft, they're braving the summer heat to complete the outside of the holiday home.
So I come in every half an hour and see how he's doing, if he hasn't melted yet.
Melted? I'm like fried like a piece of bacon.
Oh yeah, fried.
I need some more than that. I need more than that. All on my back.
All right.
Exterior work has to be finished by the end of summer so they can start advertising for next year.
I can't really help, we only have one scraper. So...
With time running out, they can't afford any mistakes.
I'm paying the price for being so stupid yesterday. I rendered this wall yesterday, and then you've got to scrape it down 3 to 5 hours afterwards. So I thought what I do, I just spray it all with water, keep it moist, and come out and do it today. Well, it's set like stone. But it's become quite personal now, and it's sort of like me against the wall.
Honey, refreshment. What do you want me to scrap?
Let me have a scrape. It's not scrap, it's scrape. I'm still teaching her English, because she so often corrects me on my French. You scrap away.
Constant difficulties and delays mean that Sylvie is still being roped in for the hard work, despite her inexperience.
When I work with you and then you get really grumpy because my work is not to your standard.
It's the wind. I'm just keeping the wall wet.
She just walks offside.
Just walk off,
She'd be sacked for that.
Where are you off to?
Once Mark has put his wall right, he will tackle the big cosmetic refurbishment of the Gîtes outside area.
The main job's a patio. We've got 5,500 little tiny tiles. I'm hoping to lay 500 a day. You know, I just don't know. But no regrets about coming to France and doing this. I'm absolutely loving it. Sylvie and me always had a good relationship, but it's even better now. You know, when a couple spend a lot of time together, sometimes it's not so good, but in actual fact, it's even better. I really enjoy Sylvie's company, so it's good. Bon, fini. Well, thank you all. It's been a pleasure. I feel exhausted, but I'm pleased with that. Let's go. I'm going to go have a shower. I'm going for a drink. Allez, lock up. Come on, Jess.
But for the rest of today, Mark and Sylvie have put work to one side. They're having a housewarming party with their neighbours and some of their friends who've come over from England.
Reminds me of 1977 Jubilee party in the streets.
Living in France has made Mark a warmer host.
Lots and lots of kissing, which is quite a nice thing. I'm quite used to it now. I feel very comfortable even kissing men, which is quite nice. When all the friends came over from England, they all went, oh my God, Mark's changed. He's so much warmer and sociable now. Not so standoff English. It's nice to show our friends and family sort of the reality of living in France. You know, they're here enjoying a sample of our lifestyle, and that's nice.
Yes, it's
true. You know, and
yeah.
it's going to be sad to see them go.
I didn't want to say that because I'm going to cry.
No, okay.
It's hard, you know, because, yeah, you realise they are friends for life, but they've got to go away.
That's one of the only downsides of moving to France, isn't it?
Yeah.
If the Youngs are to stand a chance of carrying on living here, they have to stick to their work schedule. And 5,000 tiny patio tiles are the next big challenge. In Fuengirola, southern Spain, Sam's bar, run by best friends Gary and Karen, has enjoyed a successful start to the summer season.
The bar exceeded our expectations, in all fairness.
The amount of customers through the door is more than expected.
Gary and Karen's Easter service was a hit, but now they're back down to earth with a bump. It's now June, and halfway through Saturday afternoon opening, they've suffered a power cut.
It was literally, we were just in full operation. We were looking down the Paseo just to see how many people were out and about. We come back in, the one telly was off, so we thought, oh, that's a bit strange. Then the slush machine was off, and then when we investigated further, everything down this one back line of the bar, it was all off. Panic sets in a little bit because you don't know how long it's going to be off. Or in the past, if we have little cuts and things, it rectifies itself within minutes. But obviously, it's been going on for 5 hours trying to sort something out now. So it's a process over here in Spain.
Gary is back in the UK visiting his son, so Chef Steve has been put in charge of solving the problem.
All I've done is just rigged up an extension lead to the one existing plug socket that works.
Very technical.
What a chef always saves the day.
The repair may be ingenious, but as night falls, it's not enough to keep Sam's open.
Obviously, it's affected business this evening because we've got to turn people away. It's easier to close the bar than not give the proper service that we always would like to give.
If an electrician can't get them up and running by tomorrow, they stand to lose another lucrative service.
Obviously, it's our busy day tomorrow again, so we have all our prep for Sunday lunch and everything ready. That's what we've been busy doing again, and then this happens.
After closing the bar down, Karen needs to break the bad news to her business partner.
2 phases are working, 1 phase isn't, and basically we can't do anything until the janitor comes out tomorrow to open up this box. I'm totally confusing you, I know I am. I'm not an electrician, Gary.
All Karen can do now is cross her fingers, and with a firm promise from the electrician to be there in the morning, Karen better hope that his mañana does really mean tomorrow. Next time.
These are beef skewers.
Peter and Lee struggle with their first ever dinner service.
There's nowhere on the table
I'm
to
sure
put.
there's a space to put that.
You really want me to show you where that space is?
As they near the end of their gîte renovation project,
I'm just mentally exhausted. I've just decided that I've had enough.
will Mark and Sylvie manage to finish the job?
When he's like that, I just don't talk to him.
And a new family moves to Spain to open their dream bar.
Well, kids, this is ours. We've got to make it.
But are they in for a bumpy ride?
My bank is empty. We've got nothing left. We need to open the bar.